guys, welcome back. As you can see from the thumbnail, you have a secret surprise here. I guess, I don't know, clickbait, whatever you want to call it. What's in this box here was dropped off by Jay, and he is the owner of the KFX 450 that I just finished, KFX 400, that I just finished doing the case swap on. And he also brought me this other motor, and he sent me a video of his son riding the KFX 400, and I guess it's running really good and they're very happy with it. And here's the video right here. So as you can see, it's going well and his son loves it. This motor here is also for his son's, one of his son's dirt bikes. Let's open up the box and see what we got. All right, let's see here. So what we have here is, I'm pretty sure he said it's a YZ85. And we have all the parts here to put this thing back together. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a crank in it. Here's the lower end, there's a top end here. I think he said that this is a brand new top end, but it looks used to me. We'll check it out, maybe we'll put it back together. But I thought he said, last time I talked to him, that he has a brand new top end to go on this. We may or may not use that. I may just do the bottom end and send it back to him. He wants me to fully assemble it, clean it all up, get it all ready to go, so he just has to pop it in the frame. And this is a spare motor for his son's dirt bike. And it looks to me like, I think I touched on this once before, that it's pink color. I don't think it came from the factory pink, so I'm assuming that maybe it was a girl's bike at one time. Don't know. Is that politically correct to even say that nowadays? Anyway, down in here we have all the stator stuff, flywheel. Hopefully all this stuff is good. I don't know, but I'm gonna assemble it anyway. Kickstart spring, clock spring and all that. We got a bunch of nuts and bolts here. I didn't take this apart. I am not 100% sure how it goes together. May need to download the manual for this one, but we are going to rebuild the bottom end, possibly install this top end. I don't know yet. We'll see. There's a full gasket set here. So should be an interesting one. Let's get going. So before I start this project, I just want to say that I rebuilt that KFX 400 for zero. I didn't charge him a penny for it. I did it for content. Just because the ATV market is so dead right now that it's really hard to sell something, and I just don't want to be stuck with a bunch of ATVs. So I don't have a problem with fixing people's stuff for free. This is also getting rebuilt for free. So I just want to shout out to my subs out there. If you got something and you live in the New England area and you want to rebuild for free, you want it fixed for free, I mean, I do have my limits. Hit me up at, you can email me at rbcgarage@gmail.com. So again, if you go into my profile on YouTube, the email link is there. So yeah, if any of you guys want anything fixed for free, again, I have my limits. I only work part-time on this stuff, but hit me up, let me know. I'll be happy to do it for you. All right, guys, we're at the bench. Let's get an initial look at this. I never really looked it over after you dropped it off. It kind of stayed in the box. Let's see, she's pretty corroded in through here. And as you guys can see right here, let's pull on that crank a little bit. You can see the up and down on that is massive. So we need to split the cases and get that crank out of there. Why is this blue? That's pretty odd. This thing is blue like it burnt. And it's pretty worn. Wow. This engine has had a hard life. Look at that thing. Look at the wear on that. I don't know if you guys can see it. Wow. It has had a hard life. And the crank seal has RTV on it, which is okay, I guess. All right, I don't think we're replacing any bearings at all. I don't know if there's bearings. There's another seal there, the crank seal. And we're already missing screws inside the case here. Actually, all the screws are out of the case. None of the screws are in the case. They're all out. Huh, that's interesting. I guess let's split the case. All right, let me get the motor on my tray to catch any oil that might come out of it. I'm not thinking there's oil in there, but there might be a little something in there. Normally I would put let's get that keyway out of there. I think we're gonna need to save that. We're gonna need to hang on to that. Let's put that on there so we don't lose it. Just gonna run a tap in there and clean those threads out a little bit. All right, it's already starting to split. Already getting the typical hang-ups over here on the pin. A lot of times when you whack on the transmission shaft here, or the sprocket shaft, you can loosen that up. And as you can see, worked perfectly. All right, let's continue. There we go. We're out. All right, let's see if we can get this to come off of here. Here we go. Don't look too bad. There's a lot of crap in there. A lot of metal. But the transmission looks pretty good. Of course, we're going to pull it all out and clean everything really, really good. It looks like we're going to have to... Oh, that's just great. So somebody welded, that's why that's blue. Somebody welded the detent on there. Maybe this one will come out. That one comes out. Get this out of there. Shift drum should come out. There's your shift fork. The transmission does look like it's drum. But without being able to get the drum out, this is going to be very difficult to do. No, that's not good. There's a snap ring on that. I don't want to come out. So let's see if I can reach down there and get that snap ring. There we go. All right, got it out. And there's the clip, which I kind of overbent. Might need to get a new one. But the fact that that is welded on there is not good. Oh no. Bearing feels okay. Oh, listen to that. Whew. And the crank fell right out. Whew. No, and she burnt pretty good. All right, let's pull the seals out. I got a screwdriver where the points are rounded off. The crank bearing's got to come out anyway, so I think it'll be easy to get the seal after we get the crank bearing out. Let's see, does this here fit? Close enough for my liking. And that bearing is in there really, really good. We're gonna have to use heat to get these out. Alright, one down. Let's get this guy now. Alright, bearings are out. Alright, now one of the things we got to do here is we need to get these studs out, because I need this surface is really pitted and bad, and we need to make sure that we get that surface nice. So I'm going to grab a vice grip, put that on there. We're going to heat this and we're going to spin these off. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it right here, and then I'm going to work these out. I'm going to do all four, and well, let me do these two first, the other two. Alright guys, sometimes you just gotta say uncle. Well, that's what we used to say when we were kids and we wanted someone to stop. But anyway, I was able to get one out, and you can see I just can't get that out. I don't want to damage, the screw is still good. I don't want to damage the case trying to get those out, so we're gonna have to work around it. It's probably gonna require RTV so that doesn't leak, to get that corrosion off of there. But we'll see. We'll wire wheel it up. We'll see what happens. Let's see. That don't look bad already, but it is pitted really bad, and I'm sure it's going to be pitted on the sealing surface here, which isn't ideal, but it will work. I'm gonna wire wheel all this up and come back, and let's take a peek and see what these look like when they're done. All right guys, here's a comparison real quick. So this is just a rough clean. Basically toothbrush. WD-40 is a really good cleaner, and I wire wheeled it. So what I did was I got a lot of the corrosion off with the wire wheel. I still have a lot of cleaning to do here, but you can see that quite a difference already compared to this, which is absolutely filthy. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time here cleaning these up, get them a little better, and then we'll come back when we're ready to start surfacing. All right guys, so I've cleaned it up a little bit, and I think right now what I want to do is I want to get all the all this old gasket maker out of all these little areas in here before we start going any further. And it's just basically, you got to pick it out. It's time consuming, but gives you a better seal on your cases. If you get it all out of there, you don't have to worry about maybe having it like stuff like that getting in your cases and jacking you all up. So I'm going to run around all these areas where there's built up RTV. All right guys, we're all cleaned up. You can see all the debris here. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to scrape some of this gasket out of here. The split line looks good. I don't really see anything on the split line, so split line looks good on that. Let's swap them out. The split line looks good on this too. I don't see anything raised on this either. Alright, that's good. Let's see this side here. A little bit of stuff on there. And I can feel that this has got a lot of high spots on it. I can just feel it. Feel the stone hitting stuff. Getting smooth now. There's dent mark. There's a dent mark right there, a dent mark there, and that material is high. Well, we're gonna stone it down, so we'll be okay. There's a dent right there, which is raised. What the good news is, I don't see a single screwdriver mark on this case anywhere, and that is beautiful. So that split line is going to be good. I'm going to work it a lot more, but let's just take a look at the other one. I'll do it off camera. Let's see how this split line looks real quick. And there's a little bit of a ding right here. It's raised, but that'll be okay. We'll get that down. There's a ding right there. The bottom of the engine. Probably got banged around, taken out of the bike, or being on the floor, kicked around, who knows. But they'll come out real easy. Now it looks good. And this side here should clean up. It's just a gasket surface. We shouldn't have any issue with that at all. Let me hit that with a razor a little bit. Clean that up. Alright. Looks good. Alright, I'm going to continue to work these split lines and clean these all up really, really nice, and come back and show you the end result. Alright guys, here they are. They're all finished. They're all ready to go. I pulled all the seals out, as you can see over here. They're all crappy. I got to talk to the owner about getting a seal kit for it. We're going to go over the parts that he did send, see what we have, see what we need, see how far he wants to go with this build, and all that stuff. But as you can see right now, these cases look fantastic. I mean, compared to the swampy mess they were when I first started with them, they look great. All cleaned up, ready to go. So they're all ready for a build. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these aside, and we're going to go over the rest of the stuff that we have. This is the stuff that he sent as far as new parts go. So we have a new kick shaft. I think the other one, the end snapped off. So we'll put that on. There's an engine gasket set here. There's no seals, so we're going to need seals. This is the top end he sent. The piston is used. It's not extremely used, but it is used. I don't know what the head looks like. Let's pull the head off of here and see. Oh, the head looks good. Doesn't look like it ever detonated a piston, so that looks good. I don't know if this is the right plug. I'm going to assume it's not. Doesn't go down far enough. All right, we got the two new O-rings for the head, and these O-rings don't look big enough, do they? They look pretty small compared to those. Now, as far as the bore goes, this cylinder is like brand new. I think it is brand new, actually. Yeah, that is a brand new cylinder. I can still see all the cross hatching in there. It's very low hours on it. And I'm going to say the same thing with this piston. So, I guess at this point, we'll talk to the owner of the bike and see what he wants to do. Let's grab the crank. All right, if you guys can see that right there, pick it up a little bit. It is a Hot Rods crank. Doesn't really say what bike it goes to. What's this one say here? This one says a crankshaft for a Yamaha YZ85, 2002 to 2012. All right, let's take a look at it. Oh, and the crank that was in the bike was this one here, and it's a Pro Series. So, I don't know who makes Pro Series. I'm going to say Hot Rods, or who knows. Don't know. Probably a cheap Chinese one. Let's see what we got in here. All right, we got a new wrist pin bearing, which is nice. And what else? Main crank bearings and seals. All right, so we got the crank bearings and the crank seals. And it is for the same bike. And we have the crank. So we should be pretty close to being able to put this motor back together, but I don't really want to put it back together until we get some seals. So I got to call the owner and find out what he wants to do here. All right, guys, that's where we're at right now. I'm going to stop recording here because I got to get a hold of the owner and find out how much further he wants to go in. And you can see there, transmission's out. I put the engine cases inside the crate there so that they don't get damaged or dirty or anything like that. Crank's out right here. New crank is here. We need some seals. We need I think that's it. I think we just need seals. We just need a seal kit for this, and then we can start throwing it back together. That's pretty much it. Stay tuned for the next video, guys, and we'll put the cases back together. I don't know if he wants to put this top end on it yet. I'll ask him about that as well. He's in no rush for this, so this second part of this video might take a little while to come out. We'll see. We'll see how fast he gets back to me. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Next video will be throwing the transmission in, crank, bearings, seals, put it together, and that'll be it. So it's a two-parter. Anyway, stay tuned for part 2. And yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, also, in the last video, I had mentioned that I have an eBay store. There's a couple of hats on there. There's stickers. There's some ATV parts for sale. Check it out. Links in the description. If you guys want to buy something, feel free. Also, if you see me take parts off stuff here, or even if you don't see something and you guys need parts, hit me up. Send me an email. The email is in my bio on the channel. rcbgarage at gmail.com. And maybe I have it, maybe I don't. I don't know. But yeah, give it a shot. Might have something you need. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.